The only way I will come wrestle for SmackDown Live is when they give me a championship match at Money in the Bank.
What's up YouTube and welcome to Talk Malcolm Talk, so let's talk. In comparison, SmackDown was a lot better than Monday Night Raw. But yesterday on SmackDown Live, Breezango became the #1 contenders for the WWE SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. It's about freaking time. It was going to be American Alpha. Who's really left? You got the Ascension, you got the Clones. New Day's not there yet. But to that, I don't think they're going to win the tag team titles, but I am interested to see how they're going to book that feud, because aren't they supposed to be heels? And the Usos are heels. So it's like heel on heel action. Trending on Twitter, #FireJBL. We hate JBL. Booing when JBL comes out before SmackDown Live. You know what happens? They give us 2 shows of JBL because now we replace Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack. Assuming just because Daniel Bryan's probably going to have his kid in probably like any day now. So maybe if you had your kid by the time this video is up, welcome to the world, birdie. Like, big birdie. Yeah, but it's kind of ironic how you get like mainstream coverage talking about JBL bullying Mauro Ranallo. Even though he's now gone from the company, people are still talking about it. But it's just funny that the fact is that they take a guy that everybody hates, and because advertisers at WWE may not like JBL that much, they put him on their network where no one controls them. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like JBL on Talking Smack. He does a really good job, and it's kind of fun to hear all the old wrestling facts he has to say. So I'm not gonna hate on it. It's cool, I guess. But he still blocked me. But the best part, the greatest professional wrestler living today, I don't care, it's not AJ Styles, it's not Kenny Omega, it's not Sami Zayn, it's not Seth Rollins, it's not any of your stupid indie guys, it's Rusev, alright? Listen to me. All your favorite indie stars, yeah, you got Ricochet, we got Will Ospreay, ooh, I'm a little Mark that knows everything about wrestling, shut up. It's Rusev, it's just Rusev. Your indie stars mean nothing. Finn Balor sucks. AJ Styles sucks. Cesaro sucks. Johnny Gargano sucks. Zack Sabre Jr. sucks. Rusev. Yes.
Rusev Machka!
There was a video of him and I'm not really sure where they taped it because it kind of looked like either like some type of home gym or for all we know he could have been in like a restaurant or something and just decided to record. And he said he doesn't want to be on SmackDown Live and he doesn't like Daniel Bryan, he doesn't like Shane McMahon. And if he doesn't like him, yeah, I don't like Daniel Bryan either. Your beard's stupid. Yeah, Shane McMahon, your Yeezys are fake. He said the only reason he's going to wrestle on SmackDown is if he gets a title shot or a championship match at Money in the Bank. That doesn't mean WWE Championship or United States Championship. Honestly, they could just pair him up with James Ellsworth and give him that title match. But there was rumors that he was supposed to be getting the push that Jinder Mahal is right now. So I'm assuming it's World Heavyweight Championship. And it better be World Heavyweight Championship because what else would he wrestle for? Nothing else. Alright? So it's actually ironic. At Money in the Bank, he'll be beating this man for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, I'm holding note cards, alright? And you can actually see that I put a little heart next to Rusev's name. Now switching gears to Monday Night Raw, so they're always talking about how it's the most viewed show on Monday nights and all that kind of stuff and cable network television stuff. But yesterday's viewership numbers and being watched live was actually ranked #4. We can assume a lot of people weren't watching because of the NBA playoffs. I mean, that just makes a lot of sense. But last week on Raw, they had 3.46 million people watching, but this time they only had 3 million. With 2.9 coming in the first hour, 3.1 coming in the second hour, 2.8 coming in the third hour. So 2.9 million people watched Little Drago put a big bearded man in a trash can, and then watched the big bearded man push the trash can off the stage, even though the stage is actually shorter than the trash can tipped on his side. It's like Strowman just pushed a dumpster off a really high curb, and I mean honestly there's nothing else that really happened on Raw. Dana Brooke won the match. Now sort of switching gears to 205 Live, a superstar was released. I think he only made 1 appearance on 205 Live, but if you didn't know, it was Tajiri. So Tajiri, he's an old school dude. He's a former Cruiserweight champion and he recently left the company, or not actually left the company, but got hurt during an NXT tag team match featuring him and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode. I think it was Samoa. I think he had to get minor knee surgery, but eventually led to a point where WWE thought he was too risky because he's also like 46 years old, which if you're able to get in the ring and still wrestle at 46 years old, you, sir, are a legend. But they thought he was too risky to wrestle in the ring again, but he did do some coaching down at the Performance Center, but eventually just left WWE. Now he's returning back to Japan. But he recently tweeted out why he was leaving and stuff, but it's all in Japanese, so you're not going to understand it. But basically, he was saying why he was leaving WWE, and he was thanking Triple H and William Regal and WWE as a whole. So thank you, Tajiri, for all the times you spitting weird stuff out your mouth. Gotta love that stuff. It's like slime, but in wrestling. Because WWE's actually doing tryouts, taking 40 men and women to have a Dubai superstar hunt, where anyone that's a fan in the Middle East or India can try out to become a WWE superstar. There's probably only like 1 or 2% of you guys that actually watch me in India or the Middle East, but the trials already started. So if you're thinking, oh my god, this is my opportunity, no, it's not. Sorry, just kind of crushed your jeans. Try for TNA. They have like British boot camp. That's a lot closer than US anyway. I'm gonna talk about this now because nobody's gonna watch the end of it if I'm talking about TNA or Impact Wrestling. Again, I don't really care what you want to call it. But if you don't like spoilers, you should probably skip over this. And if you actually watch TNA, then you probably should unsubscribe. I'm joking. I watched TNA. I watched it like once. Is that AJ Styles guy still there? But former WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio, now known as Alberto El Patron, won the Global Force Heavyweight Championship, or just Global Force Championship. I don't think they call it heavyweight. From former TNA Heavyweight Champion Magnus in their TV tapings this week. But it is rumored that he's going to be facing Bobby Lashley's Slammiversary to combine the titles or unify them. So instead of the Impact Heavyweight Championship and the Global Force Heavyweight Championship, I guess they're going to be the Global Impact Champion. That sounds so stupid, they might actually do it. Please don't do that. But along with that, 2 former WWE superstars and one from being a former WCW Heavyweight Champion also debuted on Impact Wrestling during their TV tapings. So one of the guys is Matt Sydal, aka Evan Bourne from WWE. I believe he's in the X Division right now, which is their version of the Cruiserweight division in TNA. I'm excited to see what they do because Matt Sydal versus Low Key for the X Division Championship is actually something I would tune in to watch. Then along with that, former WWE superstar and former WCW Heavyweight Champion Scott Steiner also made his TNA Impact Wrestling debut. Or not debut, I think it was already there, so return. I mean, it's not that much of a spoiler because TNA or Impact Wrestling, they released it on their Twitter, so they kind of spoiled their own show, which took out a big element of surprise, but I guess it kind of makes sense because you want people to tune in and watch. But Scott Steiner showed up during a TV taping, and now he's going to be wrestling at Slammiversary, so Scott Steiner is going to be returning in the ring. That sounds, I don't know. WCW Scott Steiner was really good. WWE Scott Steiner was kind of bad. I think that had to do with injuries though. 2017 Scott Steiner, it just doesn't sound great. I like Scott Steiner, so it should be cool. But apparently Scott Steiner is going to be a heel in TNA, which is really good because that's what he should be, because him as a face just doesn't work well. Like, he's a very good heel. So it's going to be Scott Steiner and Josh Matthews versus Jamie Boraj, I think that's how you say it, or JB, alongside partner Joseph Parks, aka Abyss, which is all going to be held at Slammiversary, which I believe they still do that on pay-per-view. I don't know, I might actually do like a Slammiversary reactions. Like, I think that'd be cool to do on YouTube. I don't think anyone does TNA pay-per-view or Impact Wrestling pay-per-view reactions, so I think I might be the first. And then finally, Vince McMahon is having his own biopic come out. It's going to be called Pandemonium, and I believe it's supposed to be documenting his time from him watching his dad run the WWF, and then Vince coming into that position and taking over the territories and the Attitude Era and all that kind of stuff. The only problem a lot of people are having with this movie is that WWE Studios is actually producing it, and it's WWE Studios. When you think about it, when you tell your company to make a movie about you, but it's going to be released by Sony Pictures. But the only thing about this movie is that it's WWE cameras, and Vince is, he runs the place. There's probably going to be some stuff that's going to be cut out the movie that he doesn't want to talk about. Biggest thing in my mind is the steroid scandal. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Hope you really enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below, do you want me to do this like more than one time a week? Because last week I only did this one time. In my mind, I was thinking more of like a Wednesday and then Saturday, because like it gets the first couple days of the week, especially the big WWE shows, and then if you roll through Saturday, you kind of get an idea about independent stuff and other big rumors and stuff going on with WWE. But make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe, and we outie.